to another day in the life of a depressed Japanese man in the countryside. If you didn't know, my name is YOODOO, and this is bread that I will be giving the chickens today. I am a slave to these chickens. I must feed them every day, because if I don't, my wife will punish me by being passive-aggressive the whole day. Ha ha ha, what a funny intro. Welcome back to my channel. I'm going to be sharing another day in the life of a Japanese man. I guess I could call myself a struggling musician as well, a person who doesn't make much money from music but still pursuing it. But I just want to show you guys another day of a day in the life of this big Asian guy that, yeah, you might find interesting. Maybe it's not, but that's just my life. So I hope you like it. And let's, oh, we got an egg right here. I just love chicken so much. Here you go, guys. Have some bread. There's a hidden box behind So in the morning I have some coffee and chill out on the deck and feed my little friend here. I shouldn't really be feeding him on the deck because he does tend to poo on there sometimes, so I try not to. But this vlog is going to be a very chill day because over the weekend I was doing the markets and I had to wake up really early. And here's some shots of me working the market. Yeah, I just basically helped out my wife with her market stall. And she sold a bunch of clothes, and this is just me walking around, you know, being a weirdo. This big Asian guy walking around with a camera. And this is me looking at myself with my hat on, very cold. There was a big dog that just went through and just pummeled through everything, and I just kind of documented this big little buddy. And this was a sandwich that we had and some chips that we had for lunch while I just sat back and watched my wife sell her clothes. And she made quite a bit, actually. So before I start my own endeavors of recording music and doing my stuff, today I'm going to be helping my father-in-law prune and basically take away all the stuff that needs to be put into a pile. So this is me just dragging all these big branches so that he can take it away on a tractor and have it burnt or just, you know, out of this area. And these guys are heavy. So the thing about pruning and cutting trees is that it's forever. Like, they keep growing and there's never an end to it. So that's the scary thing about doing this, is that you always have to do it forever. If you own land and you own a property that has trees, you got to keep cutting it because they're like nails and hair. They keep growing back. This branch looked like an antler, so I just put it on my head to show you guys what I can look like as a reindeer boy. And after a few hours of dragging branches, I'm finally done, so I'm going to pick some lemons to have in the water for later. These things grow like crazy, so there's always rotten ones on the ground. So before I go inside the house to get ready, I just found a big old spider just hanging out, and I just let him chill and let him eat all the flies that it catches. It's probably the size of my hand, but I didn't want to get too close, so I didn't want to get bitten and become Spider-Man. But anyways, today, like any day, I'm going to go for a quick surf session before I start working on my mixing and recording music. This is definitely one of the benefits of living near a beach because I can just throw my surfboard on my car and just go for a quick swim. Even if the waves aren't that great, I still get to go out and be in the salty water and refresh mentally and physically. So as I drive out, we have an orange tree that I usually pick out some oranges before I leave. And this is the cool thing about living on a property that has a bunch of fruit, is that I can basically get all these things for free. And yeah, and they're abundant as well. So I just, you know, you can see me get out of my car like that, just grab some oranges and then eat them on my way to the beach. One of the best things about being near a body of water is that I get a lot of inspiration when it comes to songwriting and sounds that I want to make. Because when I was a lot younger, I lived by San Clemente Beach, which is kind of near Laguna Beach as well. I spent a lot of time in Southern California near beaches as well as Santa Cruz, so being able to live in an area in Queensland where there's a lot of beautiful beaches has definitely been a benefit for my songwriting and my life. So I'm just unpacking my surfboard and going for a quick surf session, and I just want to show you guys this little inlet that I always walk by. And it reminds you of like a Ghibli Totoro scene right under these like branches, and it's really beautiful. And as you can see, it is wide. The beach is really wide in Australia, so it goes for miles. And yeah, it's a beautiful day. Obviously the waves aren't that great today, but I get to at least go in the water and soak in the salt water. You are so beautiful to me. Wow, there's nothing like it. And I'm not talking about the beach. I'm talking about my song that I just sang to you guys. I hope you appreciate it. So after a quick surf sesh, I just put my board away and get on ready to go home. And it's a quick drive, about 30-minute drive back home, and we are back home now. That was very quick. So the rest of the day, I basically try to record my music, and a lot of it is tracking. And today I'm going to be tracking all these songs and working a little bit at the house in my living room. But usually I do like to go to libraries sometimes to mix and basically master my songs as well once I don't need to be in the house to track the music. So here I'm just kind of recording and getting as much sound as I can for the songs and album. And yeah, as soon as I finish this up, I'm basically ready to move on and go to a cafe, which I am right now. This is where I mix my music in a cafe with my AirPods, and I put my hat on because it was a little bit too bright. And luckily this cafe was right by the beach, so after I finished mixing for like about an hour and a half, I basically took a little break, soak in the sun, watch the beautiful waves and the sunset in a few hours. So yeah, if you like the video, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.